Hey everyone, it's time to go over episode 30 of Kamen Rider Gavv. We are 30 episodes in. We are way beyond the halfway point now. Arc 3 has started, and I'm really enjoying the return to the old formula that we get right now. Not from the standpoint of like everything happening in the show, just like how it's, but we got the granute in like the two-part hunting the granute. We got some stomach ink thrown in there. We got some more human elements of the team and their dynamic. And I'm like, it's fun. Yes, there's some major plot going on, but I was like, it's just enjoyable that it's just somehow we've gotten such a consistent show that it's like this is going to this may be one of my favorite shows for Kamen Rider. This definitely right now, 30 episodes in, is unless they fumble drastically in the next 18 to 20. If it's 50 episodes, 20 episodes. If it's 48, 18 episodes in the next less than 2 dozen episodes, unless they fumble drastically, this is gonna be my favorite Reiwa season, and it will definitely go in the top 10, maybe top 5 all-time Kamen Rider seasons that I've, for me. I don't know yet. That's down the road, which we will get to when we get to. But this episode had a lot in it. The one thing I gotta say is, between this whole now the president of the Granutes and the stomach family dynamic, Lango kind of lost his like aura. Is that what the kids are saying nowadays? Aura. Like, he doesn't, like, he was always menacing. Remember when he first was in the human world and he was walking down the street, walking past Sachika, and it was just all like boom, and I'm like, who the hell is this? This guy, like, when he starts fighting, he's gonna fuck some shit up. But I digress, because now with the plot where it is, thanks to the marriage of Jiip and Lizelle, uh, and the president, finding out about dark convections, and he was talking to like one of, I guess, because we find out more thanks to Lakia, the how it works with their politics and society and Granite. So basically, the president was kind of just elected and voted on from all the rich friends, and that's kind of it. And we see this whole the president was some random person who basically was subtly saying, hey, they may pick someone younger to take your position, this and that, and he wants his company to be contracted by him, and he feeds him a dark convection, and he loves it, and he gives him a nice care package to go, and we find out, thanks to his conversation with Lango, where he's like, you know what, I didn't think these dark confections were gonna work so easily. We're gonna need these basically to, he's gonna use them to kind of control and keep in line the rich aristocrats of the Granute Society. And it says, it'd be suck if the police found out about this, but luckily I can control the police. And I was like, oh, and this is when I kind of saw like the shift in Lango, and I'm like, man, like this man went from like, okay, I could see him being like the final boss fight with Shoma one-on-one to, man, he just got bitched. He just got punked out like by the president, the Granute president. And it even made it worse when we now find out Lizelle is now the president of Stomach Inc. and Jiip is the VP. And so basically Jiip is going to be running the show while Lizelle's just the president of the company on paper. Like, she don't know the company. And Jiip now made uh made Lango basically the head and the main person in charge of procurement, which means he got relegated to basically capturing humans. And I was like, damn. Oh, that sucks. Cause like that's, yeah. So I feel like this whole dynamic and shift and everything, like we got Glota kind of, facing off down with Lizelle, and Nell was just kind of like, he always has this is an intriguing situation face, which is just like, something's happening, but I'm gonna just let it play out because I feel like he's in that one where it's like, as long as he's not making any moves, not, staying under the radar, no one really is questioning really what he's doing right now. So I'm just like, all right, there's something cooking there with him. I can't wait to see what it is, because I'm gonna keep saying it until it pops up. Just like when everything that's a plot related thing that's not being talked about, he still has all of Suga's research and said he'll carry on with it. So we still know that ultimate life form might be somewhere, like being worked on. I'm curious about that. And yeah, so the stomaching side of things, really, that's intriguing to me right now, because it's kind of getting into that political drama type business, shadiness. So I'm like, all right, this dynamic's going to be intriguing. And then even from a character like Lizelle, like, I'm very intrigued with this character, just from the standpoint of the dynamic with the dad, and also now Jiip, because Jiip, when alone, I talked about it in the comments on my last review and this and that, and Jiip decided to use Sheeta's human mimic gimmick, and was, just staring at themselves in the mirror, and Lizelle comes in and is just like, oh, and it's like, you can stay like that if you want. It makes you feel better. Like, you're still cute. And I'm like, but there's one thing, because when Lizelle was talking to her dad, it she was talking about how thankful she was that she found Jiip when she did. And, she brought a bag of trinkets, or just basically old toys, and as gifts to the dad. And once she walked away, the dad kind of like threw them away, and he even said, she'll get tired of these quickly. So I'm kind of wondering if, as long as Jiip is this broken, fragile character that Lizelle can take care of, that's how long she'll have her attention on Jiip. And there may be a point where she just doesn't care anymore about Jiip. And just like, because like that toy line from the dad could be foreshadowing. You never know. But I thought that was all the stuff going on with the granite, the stomach family, and now the president and the president's daughter. I was like, okay, I'm on board. This is like the nice, like the serious stuff that's going on. And then we kind of have, even though Shoma and company are searching for this monkey granite, there's still some, comedy to it and lightheartedness, because they want to retrace their steps to find where the granite is, because they go back to the basketball like gym and it's not there. So Hanto's like, we got to retrace the steps, and he goes all detective journalist mode, and and he's all like, he got one part right, and then all of a sudden he got like that little ego boost. They're like, oh wow, you're great. This stuff is really hard being a detective and journalist. And he's like, I know, but you got to keep up at it. And I'm like, ha, Hanto getting that ego on, and I'm like, all right, I get that. And I do like the growing dynamic between Hanto and Rocky now, because like they're still kind of button heads, but it's almost like friendly banter to each other. And eventually they do find the guy at a bathhouse, which is where he was at. But when they're gonna go into the bathhouse, Lakia and Shoma realize they can't go in because of their stomachs. And yeah, we find out he's working a bathhouse. And one of the cool things about the fight is we got, to see Zaku Chip's return. I like when older forms, come back. It's not thrown away. And we did, like, the action was good. It's nice to see the good combo 2-on-1 fight with Shoma and Hanto versus a granite. Like I said in the beginning of the video, I'm digging this whole return back to how the pacing, tone, and kind of the formula and format we had in Arc 1. And so that fight was really good. It led to eventually us getting Blizzard Sorbet and Frappe custom combo. Good double rider kick. I was like, oh man, I missed a good double rider kick. We need more of those. I do like their co-op style fighting. I still remember and think, like, when they were fighting before, when Valen's donut form first came out, that was such a good 2v1. This one was equally as good, as quick as it was, just from the standpoint of when Shoma and Blizzard Sorbet was doing the whole ice breath attack, so his sword was ice. Valen's left leg also got ice, so they got to do combo attacks that way. Like I said, we got the double rider kick, which was great. Um, and in the meantime, you know, Sajika and Rakia got to the boiler room, which is where they found all the pressed humans, and an agent showed up. Uh, and I was like, oh, we haven't seen one of those guys in a while. And I did enjoy the Vrom versus agent fight just from the standpoint of uh, there was a part where, and this visually, the filming of this was really good because I like narrow spaces when they fight. They did this a lot earlier on in the show too, and when Rom shoots his arrows up in the air, and he starts off in jelly. He didn't even use pudding, and then he goes invisible. He we went to like a weird like third person over the shoulder view for the agent at first, and he was kind of using a smoke screen to find, where he was, which I thought was smart and cool visually. But then it also went into like a Doom style first person shooter view while he's like shooting around, and I was like, oh, that is so clean. That looked so good, and I like when they do filming tricks like this in the fighting. And it started all the way with Revice doing some of the stuff. Gotchard did a few things, and now like I always like when it's not just the standard camera angles for fighting. I like when they try a little something new every once in a while. And the cool thing was when he finally was revealed and he was like, I'm not the only one that went invisible, and all the arrows he shot before were pointed down at the agent and took him out. And I was like, that was clean. That was good. I really enjoyed that. It's just a lot of fun to watch the show again, honestly. And I'm really on board with where it's going. Arc 3 seems like it's gonna be crazy. Um, I'm hoping soon we get a little more of the seeds and breadcrumbs revealed for Hanto looking into Shoma's family from his mom's side, because I think that's gonna be a good couple episodes when we get some more information on that stuff. But as of right now, I'm just enjoying where it's at. Like, it's been so good. I have very little to complain about. And I don't think there's even anything I can complain about this episode. There's nothing negative I can really say. It was enjoyable. Maybe it's just on me as someone who likes Toku that as long as you're there's consistency and I'm being entertained and I'm having fun watching it, I really have nothing to complain about. I really don't. But that is it for my review of episode 30. A little shorter than normal because I'm not trying to drag out the review, not trying to pad the analytics. But let me know in the comments below what you think. Where do you think all this is going? I'm wondering when Lango is gonna show up now in the human world. I need a 3v1 against Lango would be so good. I would really, really like to see a Shoma one-on-one with him. That's what I really want to see. And obviously Jiip, now we kind of know his plan going forward for everything he's doing for his revenge on the family, because now he's the VP of the company and in complete control of the company. So I'm like, all right, that didn't get dragged out. Like, what is he up to? Like, next episode we find out, hey, he's VP now. So I'm kind of glad that wasn't dragged out, but I'm curious to see what's going to happen with Stomach Inc. going forward, especially with the president now kind of blackmailing them and taking over the company. So I was wondering how we're going to keep Stomach Inc. and the Stomach family kind of around if they're just hunting Shoma and pressing humans. Now we have another conflicting element brought in for them. So it's like, okay, how are they going to balance what they're doing now with everything else going on? So I'm really curious about that. So let me know in the comments below what you think. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel. I am very close to 1,500 subscribers on here, which is crazy. So I thank you guys who check out all the videos and comment. I do have my Soto Kamen Rider Gavv Wave 3 review coming up soon. I'm going to be filming that. I'm going to have that probably go up the end of the week or the weekend, because it's Easter weekend and it's WrestleMania weekend. So I'm going to be very busy. But that's it for the video. I thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.